This was our first day off-road. We headed up to Cerro Gordo, which left near Swansea. It leads up a windy canyon up to about 7,000 or 8,000 feet. We met a nice gentleman up in the town named Roger that showed us around, who was a groundskeeper. Excuse the pictures. We didn't take a lot of videos this trip. We were just having fun.
This video is definitely not going to do justice. But the edge over there is super loose. So you can't go there. And then some of the rocks over there hang out. This is really tight. And it is this. That's not going to show either. But seatbelts, airbags. Doesn't matter. Ooh, it doesn't matter. This thing gets you leaning sideways on a cliff. This is a gnarly trail, I'll tell you. Not hard, scary.
These are a couple snaps of the old historic salt tram, which took salt over 7,000 feet over the Inyo Mountains from Saline Valley over to Swansea.
Well, morning of the 16th, here's our camp. After the first night, it was a terrible night. It was cold, it was windy, and Sage was moving a lot. But that's the view. So you come up this road, and I think you can, let me zoom in. You can see way off in the distance out there is where it comes over the hill, and way over there is Cerro Gordo. So you take this road in, and over here, if you go down, that will take you down into Swansea off the 395. But if you take this road, it comes up, and let me zoom out again, and it dead ends in this circle here, and it's like this little cul-de-sac, and it is the best campsite. You're completely, another banger right here. You're completely hidden away from the trees. You got beautiful views. It's at like over 9,000 feet up here, so you're gonna have a headache. You're gonna feel like crap all night, and you're not gonna be able to breathe. You're gonna be absolutely breathless just putting your sleeping bag up and back. But the view is amazing, amazing. The camp spots just keep getting better. Climb up on the Jeep tire. Look at that. And then if you climb up over that mountain, over there, there's a view that's over 7,000 feet down of all of Death Valley. It's amazing up here. Take care.
These are just a couple pictures what it looks like coming out of the Cerro Gordo loop and coming down the Swansea grade. Couple rocky sections, not too bad. Then we decided to stop at the reward mine on the way up to Mazourka Canyon, which was very tight.
I have to get the video from the back. It looks horrible from there. Oh, you have like a foot of clearance. Must be nice to have a smaller Jeep. I knew it when I was doing the 1-tons and 40s, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to make it into this mine. I know it's something stupid, but I was like, man, I don't know if I want to risk giving that or give up stuff like that to go up, but man, it squeaked by with like 1.5 inches. All right. KC lights for the win. That's right, Casey. Let's put on the bumper bar, pow. Put on the headlights, put power, and we have daylight down under the cave. All right, I need to look. That's. Oh man, it squeaks by with like 2 inches, man. That. Whew, it's not a good feeling. It's really not. There's another one. Oh man, my light bar barely squeaks by. I think this is the end. It's either here or down here. I can't remember. It's been 5 years since I've been down here. It's nice that they have that chained off for our safety. Oh man, my light bar just squeaks by. That is scary. That is so freaking scary. Not gonna lie. I'm about ready to drag my roof on the top. Are we there yet? I'm done. So I don't know how well the video is going to come through. There's the Jeeps. There's the mountains. We're going to have a gorgeous sunset here. And this is, night 2. We are on Mazourka Trail, which was a lot bumpier and rough than I thought it was going to be. We had to go, it was pretty slow moving up until we got down in this valley and it got kind of smooth. But you come from up there in the forest, and Sage is here climbing. She climbs big rocks by herself now. Be careful, you don't want to fall from there. Boom. And then there's some cool rocks. If I zoom in, out in the distance. And if you go this way, Mazourka is a big loop, from what I understand. It goes right over there, cuts through, and that's the way we're going to go tomorrow. And it also goes left in the forest, but I think we're going to go that way. And there's something called the Narrows over there. We're going to go check that out. And then hopefully this will end out there. Maybe by Big Pine. Big Pine is like over there, which the sun is blinding me. I'm using my phone. And Independence is over there. Big Pine's over there, and then Bishop further up. Lone Pine is now way over there. So we went into Reward Mine earlier. That was cool. The Jeep barely cleared. Francis it's all good, but I was looking. I stuck my head out the window. The Jeep cleared by like 2 inches. So, and there's some cool rocks. This is a very neat camp spot. And then the coolest thing is over here. There's a little bit of wind, you can hear it. Then as you get over here, we'll put our tent in between the 2 Jeeps right there. Now there's no wind right here, 0. And then when you come over here, through this little hidden path, there's, I think my phone is like dusty. Yeah. There's more. There's a little camp pit. And it's all. Let's zoom out. Yeah. Up against this huge rock face. Pretty cool. Have a good night. We're pretty much done recording. Now we got to set up, chill.
So this was our campsite for number 2, and by far our favorite campsite. It was absolutely stunning up there, and we did not see a single person going in or off the trail. Mazourka was a little bit more rocky and tight than we had anticipated, with some sections being very, very overgrown and appeared not to have been on for quite a while. It's a fun trail. Highly recommended.
This is the Mazourka Trail, and this is called the Narrows. So we walked pretty far down in there to where there's a mine. Used to be able to drive it, but it's pretty bad, and there's no way I would be doing that without a whole group of Jeeps and help in case something bad happens down there. And then it just dead ends anyways. So back in the day, you probably could go cruise down in there and chill and camp, but now the road's messed up. So we're not even going to drive down there. We're just going to continue up the road there. We came from there. We continue up there. This looks like an old miner's cabin. There's an old refrigerator there, which is what's weird. Very old. So who knows how old this is? Maybe in the 50s. Cheese. Bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Here we are, night number 3. Say hi, Seiji.
Hi, Gigi.
All right, good job. Here we are. Here's the Jeeps. And that one, Francis's Jeep, the Savvy transfer case cable. There's like a crimp there, and the cable completely came apart where the crimp was. So we lost 4-wheel drive. You have to get under there and shift it manually. And it's really hot. So we've been just, when we came off the other trail, way over on the other side of the 395 back in Big Pine, she put it into 2-wheel drive, and that's when it happened. So thank God it went into 2-wheel drive, and we were able to travel over here. And then now we're up. We can make some food in a sec. We're up out of Bishop on Coyote Flats Trail, which I've heard of. Wanted to do it for a while. And you can see way down there, I'll try to zoom. That's the ground floor of Bishop. So I don't know what Bishop is, 5,000 feet, something like that. We're up here probably 3,000 feet higher, so we're probably around like 75 to 8,000 feet. We got all the way up this in 2-wheel drive, and it's rocky and nasty. We had to stop like every 5 minutes. Because I don't want to, it's too hot to get under there and put it in 4-low and all that. And so we were just doing it in 2-wheel drive. And then the transmission's getting really hot, so the fan was kicking on. So we had to stop and just let both of them cool. We were getting the transmissions up to like 185 degrees. But we made it this far. Jeeps were like dying hot because we've been driving all day. So we just set up tent and, got it going on. We left our freaking guide poles at our last campsite because we were in a hurry, so I'm going to have to buy new ones. It's always something. But yeah, that's the trail. I was tired tonight. I had one drink in me coming up this trail, and once I hit here, after driving for, 6-7 hours today, I was like, all right, I'm not driving down something that I don't know if I can get back up easily. So we just stopped because this campsite was here, and it's actually pretty cool. But then over there is where you can see the trail that takes you up to Coyote Flats, which we're going to try to get to tomorrow. I'll try to just get under there when the transfer case is cool and shift it manually. And you can see the trails right there. Zoom in and focus. And it goes up the mountain all the way up there and up on top of that ridge that's way up there. And then it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing all the way up to 10,000 or 11,000 feet up by Funnel Lake. I don't think we're going to be able to get there even with working 4-wheel drives right now because there's a lot of snow still up in the mountains, as you can see, as evidenced by those peaks over there. There's still a lot of snow up here. So we're just chilling, just exploring new territory. This was my least favorite campsite of the 3 nights so far. I think it's the lowest elevation. The first night was like 9,500 feet. We were like dying up there. Last night was 8,500 feet. I think this is probably about 75 to 8. So it is beautiful. It's kind of a long video, but you get to see what we're working with up here. And it's really beautiful. If you're familiar with Sabrina and South Lake, it's right there, the road that takes you up. And then you go up to Sabrina, or boom, up to Aspendale, and South Lake's just like a stone's throw over there. So this is the back way, the down and dirty Bishop way. You don't see a lot of Jeepers up here. We've seen like one Jeep off-road like this whole past few days. And then you pull into a gas station up here, and then you'll have like 20 people taking pictures of your rigs and stuff. So it's not like these trails, and some of the trails we were on today didn't even have a tire print on them. Like the tire prints were old. So it's fun coming up here. You go to Big Bear, man, you can't go anywhere that hasn't been explored since yesterday. You come up here and the trails haven't been run in a year or two, depending on and they're eroded and worn out and sketchy. And it gives you that feeling in your stomach that, that real 4-wheeling, not that fake stuff where you just go wheel artificial trails. So this is what I like. Out. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Sage, stop pulling on that. Say cheese. Sage is in here in the car right now. Let's see. The temperature outside says 40. But dude, like t-shirt weather right here. That's called alcohol sweatshirt. And then there's Francis. About an hour, 2 hours ago, this was just like a winter wonderland. It was like snowing and rain. It was like hailing and snowing, and then it burned up. And this is a beautiful spot. You just can't see. This is our fourth night, and a night that we got here pretty early, like about 12, and it was just pouring rain. So we just stayed in the tent for like 3-4 hours, just chilling. And then it got up. We got up, started drinking. You know how the routine is. There's a beautiful little lake here. We got a couple. We got a Tundra, a Toyota, and a Jeeper over here. And they're like the only people we've seen on this past 4 days out, actually, like four-wheel drive people out camping. They're the only ones we've seen in 4 days. We've been alone. So we've been just drinking, burning wood. We're up here. Bishop is down there about 5,000 feet, I guess, because we're at 9,520 feet here. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I need to take some of the wheeling buddies up here, man. Make some memories. Get about 4, 5, 6 Jeepers come up here. And we lost 4-wheel drive in that thing. The shifter broke, and I spent a lot of time under it trying to shift it manually, and it's just too tight. My big ass hands in that tight space with the skids and the front drive shaft, it's not coming out. It's not able to be shifted into 4-wheel drive. So we drove up here in 2-wheel drive. She just put her ARB on occasionally, and I did the same thing so that I could kind of get an idea how her Jeep was doing, because I would watch my transmission temperature, and in 2-wheel drive your transmission is working really hard when you're climbing thousands of feet. So you have to stop, every 1,000 feet or so. Once your transmission gets up to 100, 185, it's time to stop and let it cool down to like 165 or something, then just keep going. And that's not ideal, but we weren't going to go home when we only, we're a little bit away from making it up here. And we hit over this bank right here, in a little, like about 100 yards over, there is a massive snowbank that we're not going to make it through, especially if this is in 2-wheel drive, even with a locker. And people have been going around off the trail into the bushes to go around it, but man, that's unethical. That's unethical. That's how trails get closed down. So we stopped there and pondered it for a few minutes. I even walked up ahead. There was only that one little snowbank in the trail that people had gone around. If you do that, you're an ass. So that's why trails get closed down. So yeah, that's what we're doing up here tonight. Just chilling, drinking. And I don't know if there's any fish over in that lake. Let's zoom in. I mean, I can see some stuff bouncing on top, but I don't know if that's just rain right now coming down. We haven't been here long enough really to mess around. We've been mostly in the tent, and then now we're chilling. All right, we're signing off for the night. Bye.
Over the course of this trip, I was kind of lazy to put up the drone, but decided to on this last day. So enjoy the footage, and if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and see you on the trails.